Well, your notice period can make or break your next job, and most people get this completely wrong. And firstly, as I've mentioned last evening, always disclose your actual notice period and not a shorter one just to secure the job offer. It is highly not recommended. Because if your current company does not release you early, you risk losing the new job altogether. And I've mentioned this earlier, like last evening as well. And secondly, don't assume the company can't force you to serve the full notice period. Yes, in reality, if you try to exit abruptly without clearance, your background verification, your relieving letter can highly get impacted. And in extreme cases, you may even be marked as absconding. And now here is the thing most people don't know actually. The best time to negotiate with your manager about a notice period is before you resign and not after you resign. Have a transparent conversation with your manager and HR about your early release options. And secondly, very important, always offer a handover plan. When you show structured transition, like your KT documents, your backups, your timelines, companies and your manager are far more willing to negotiate. And thirdly, use your new offer very, very smartly and not aggressively. A polite, my joining date is earlier, can we explore options with your manager, works far better than the pressure tactics. Yes. And very, very important, when the hiring manager in your future organization pushes for an early joining date, don't say I'll try. Instead, give a realistic joining window plus show commitment. Just say I'm required to serve, for example, 60 days of notice period, but I'm actively working on an early release. So a realistic joining date would be maybe around 45 days, and I'll keep you posted if I can cut short it. Lastly, very, very important, many experts nowadays are suggesting to counter question the hiring manager or the recruiter, asking that, what is your company notice period? Do you also release employees early? This often triggers unnecessary arguments and puts you in a, I would say, confrontational position. It can even cost you the job offer as well. So instead, keep the conversation very professional and solution oriented and focus on how you can make the transition smoother and not on challenging their policies. Not recommended or not advisable. Always remember, this is not about you really leaving early. It's about protecting your professional reputation and image as well. And thank you so much for the 100+ comments and DMs asking me to make this video. And this community is going, and this is the proof of so many comments and so many messages. Thank you so much once again.